Lunatic Radio, yeah, we run the conversation. Silver and Black Talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Radio show, tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Radio show, Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and Black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders allegiance, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Pop your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live stream, nation slide with the quickness. Every rival talk loud till they end up on the hit list. Rumor on the line, yeah, we break it with precision. Them cut stats up, every show's a new vision. Letters against the platform, the truth fits. We don't do soft takes, we deliver the real hits. From draft to the field, every play, every quote, we the pulse of the nation. Every hater gets smoked. 3 o'clock west, 6 o'clock on the east. When Lunatic Raiders speak, conversation increase. Put respect on the shield, this the nation's heartbeat. Silver and Black on the track with that West Coast heat. Raider Nation stand tall, stay ready, stay bold. Catch us weekdays live, let the story unfold. From Vegas to the globe, let the whole world know you tuned in to the Lunatic Raider show. And we mobbing.
and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise! This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation, what it is, man. Welcome to another edition of the Lunatic Raider Show right here on Raiders Allegiance with your boy, Lunatic Raider, man. You know we're going to talk about this coaching carousel until we finally find our head coach. There's rumors of what's going on out there. There's other rumors of other things that ain't. So we're going to cover it all. But first and only first, man, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, man. I appreciate y'all for being here. We're going to get into it in just 1 minute. If you give me 1 second. If you give me 1 second, I'll make it a lifetime. That's right. You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me get into the chat, man. We up in the building, man. I see you, man. We in here. John Raider. Yes, indeed, man. Let's see. Let me see. Albert Sports, San Francisco tweeted Tom Brady will interview Clint Kubiak this Saturday. Let's fucking go. We can agree to a handshake. Then when Super Bowl is over, he can be named the head coach of your Las Vegas, Oakland, LA Raiders. Yes, indeed, man. I'm rocking with you on that one. I kind of felt that way anyway. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I know they were talking about Adam Schefter. He was talking about the Buffalo Bills, and he was also talking about the Raiders and pretty much the similar candidates they both had. And he didn't mention Clint Kubiak. But my thing was, well, we already had an interview with him once. Bills didn't have none at all. So I understand not mentioning Clint Kubiak with the Bills because the Bills never interviewed him. We did. I think it was just slip of mind that Adam Schefter was trying to remember all the names that were still out there that were tied to either the Bills or the Raiders and forgot Clint Kubiak. That's all, because that's what it sounded like to me, because he was sitting there trying to think of the names rather than have it in front of him written down. So, and plus, now that we're getting a second interview, which we heard that was going to come, now they're saying it's Saturday, which makes sense on the off weekend of the Super Bowl, which they said only candidates who've been interviewed once are allowed to get a second interview with that same team now. Bills couldn't do it. But we know the Bills are going in a different direction. We see the Cleveland Browns got their head coach now, but they have, I think their OC quit from that team, so he's out there. But signs always led to Clint Kubiak, but we're still not out of the woods when it comes to Davis Webb. In order for them being the Denver Donkeys, in order for them to extend an higher offer to Webb to be their offensive coordinator, they must go through interviews and satisfy the Rooney Rule. So they're hemmed up on that one. We, on the other hand, have not interviewed offensive coordinators because we don't know exactly who the head coach is and what their staff is going to be. So it's a wait and see. But I always knew Kubiak was always in the mix, because why else? Like, for instance, why would you, if you were getting a job, right? Say it's a job you don't even want. Why would you take a second interview? Why? It's like if you went out on a date with a girl, you did not like her. She can't do shit. Conversation's horrible. Just a tacky female. Why would you entertain her with a second date? Makes sense. I mean, I know guys be thirsty, but this ain't that kind of situation. This is a situation where I think Kubiak was the main target. Whether the Raiders were trying to bring in Davis Webb as OC, I believe that to be true, because Denver thinking well, I don't know what they're thinking. Honestly, we're only guessing now. We're guesstimating. We're guesstimating that they got rid of their OC to open that position up to give Davis Webb and what the fuck am I looking for? Give him a promotion to OC to keep him with the team. But if Davis Webb was truly our focus on head coaching, then it doesn't matter if they opened up an offensive coordinator position for Davis Webb, because it's still a promotion for Davis Webb if we offered him the head coaching job. So therefore, we trump any block that Denver can do against the Raiders and having Webb leave. We can still take him. If we wanted him as head coach, there's nothing they can do unless they fire Sean Payton and make Webb the head coach. That's the only other way they can get around it. So it didn't make sense to me. So adding it up is like, well, if these two names are the ones we're going with, it kind of seems to me that maybe our maybe a choice could have been, if it doesn't work out with getting Webb, and maybe Kubiak is better suited for head coach because he is an offensive coordinator. Webb never has been an offensive coordinator, only a quarterback coach. So you figure we get the more experienced Kubiak becoming head coach, we could put Webb as offensive coordinator under Kubiak, knowing either way it go, you're going to be a head coaching candidate, especially if you show success with a young quarterback in Mendoza. I'm telling you, the Raiders got assets. I don't know why people putting that narrative out there that, the Raiders is not the most attractive job out there. The Raiders have assets for a brand new coach to come in and hit the ground running. You have the number 1 overall pick. You have 10 draft picks. And you have over a surplus of close to $120 million in cap space for free agency. They keep talking this line shit. Shout out to Q Myers and them. They talked about it. People say, don't draft the quarterback. You ain't got no line. But you do know free agency comes before the draft. So therefore, free agency, you can address linemen to fix that offensive line overnight. Therefore, when the draft comes in April, Mendoza already got his line and possibly could have a number 1 wide receiver in the mix as well. It depends on what the targets are in free agency that the Raiders go with this over $100 million in cap space. You know what I mean? So there's Raiders got action. So a first-time head coach, I would like to go into a situation. We got the number 1 overall pick, so we're going to get our quarterback, especially if I'm offensive-minded. So I'm getting my quarterback. But who's going to help that quarterback develop? We need a good QB, coach, and offensive coordinator. I think and Davis Webb been showing his ability with Denver, and not just that, just certain QBs he's been around, Mahomes in Texas Tech, and you know what I mean? So he shows his resolve and his ability to develop these young guys underneath the tutelage of Kubiak. Beautiful. I think that would be a beautiful tandem. The two next best minds in this field, you know what I mean? On the offensive side of the ball. And it's not going to hurt Webb from getting a head coaching job, because if he does outstanding this year, and say, for instance, like I said before, if Mendoza happens to be named, say, Rookie of the Year, if he comes out and starts, and because he has weapons, bro, I'm telling you, Rookie of the Year is more, to me, it's more impressive for a quarterback to be Rookie of the Year or just MVP when you don't have weapons. But 9 times out of 10, you're Rookie of the Year or MVP because you do have weapons. Plain and simple. So you look at it that way, and you figure Mendoza's coming into a situation where he has weapons, and you're going to add to that barrage of different weapons from Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer and Genty. Genty works well in the passing game as well. You see, he led did he lead all rookies with touchdowns with 10 running back? 5 were receiving and 5 were rushing. So he shows that, and I think he had over 300 yards. Let me see how many total yards did Genty have this year in the receiving game. Thomas Taylor, man, thank you for subscribing, man. Hey, everybody give applause in the chat, man. We got a new subscriber to the channel, man. Once again, for those that don't know, once we reach 3,000 subs, I will be selecting one lucky subscriber in a random draw for a brand new TV. So, man, y'all keep it coming. Tell your friends, come check us out. We're here every weekday, pretty much Monday through Thursday. Fridays, it's a little hard for me because I get my son on the weekend, so I gotta go get him out of school. Which when I usually do the show, it's at 3 o'clock. He gets out of school at 3:15. So I got to do that. That's just my my parenting duty when you are raising a young teenager. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. And I love having my son with me on the weekend, man. That's my dude, good dude. But so my thought is that Webb is a target as I don't know about a head coach. Because the moves that, like I said, the moves that Denver made does not dictate to me that we're trying to get him as a head coach, because a head coaching position would mean it doesn't matter if you offer him an OC position with Denver. We trump that. You know what I mean? He's getting promoted. You can't be blocked in a move that's a promotion. Just like if we brought him in as OC, the way we can go ahead and avoid the block of them hiring him as OC and him not being able to come to the Raiders as an OC, you make him assistant head coach as well. That's still a promotion. I was just wondering, my mind be clicking like everything the possibilities of what could happen, what's the outcome, and when I researched it up, they said that a team can't block a team if he was hired as an OC there and he goes to another team as an OC and assistant head coach, because that's still considered a promotion from just an OC. So I said, we got you, because they already have an assistant head coach with Denver. We don't. So there, you can put titles on things. It might be a little bit more money, but then again, they paid what's his name $6 million a year, and Chip Kelly, they paid him $6 million a year, and so I guess money is no option. Man, Bishop is in there acting a fool, y'all. Bishop, what you doing? Come here. Man, if you don't get your ass in here, Bishop, get your ass in here. Hold on, y'all. Just Bishop. Come on. Come here with me. Come on. Want to say hi to the people? Come on. You little bastard. Boy, I tell you always in the shit. But yeah, man, let me finish shouting out the chat, man, because y'all all here, and I appreciate y'all. Robert Penny in the building, man. You already know what it is, man. He's dropping them jewels on you, man, and not the family jewels either.
I'm out of town. There you go.
Yes, indeed. We in the building. Let me see. We got Raider B out in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother.
I'm out of town. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Justin Brown in the building, man. What it is, what it was, and what it always shall be.
I'm out of town. There you go.
Sack Tail Raider Mike in the building, man. Following it up, man, with that double, man.
I'm out of town. There you go.
We in here for real. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Who else we got up here? Oh, my guy D Nice in the building. What'd he say? Tick, we hit that second interview. Yes, with Kubiak. The nation needs this hire, and that's for sure. Shout out to my guy D Nice, man.
My name is D Nice. My name is D Nice.
All it is a matter of time, man. We've been, see, as the nation, we've been up on things. You feel me? We knew who we wanted, and now it looks like we're gonna be a step closer. Today is what, Wednesday, Hump Day. Saturday's a couple of days away. Bam, second interview, and I heard Tom Brady's gonna conduct it, but we already knew Tom Brady was drooling. I ain't gonna say drooling. I'm gonna say pause on that shit. Tom Brady was impressed with Clint Kubiak's play calling. And you know the beauty of this is what I love. And you know what? tomorrow's Thursday, and sometimes I don't. When my son's in school and during this time of year, all season Fridays we cracking, but we know that's up to preseason until school start for the kids. But yeah, all season we Monday through Friday here on the Lunatic Raiders show, man. That's all day, every day. You did. But the thing is, we as Raider fans, we get to see the Super Bowl be coordinated by Kubiak in another week. We get to see more of him. That's the beauty of this thing. We get to see more of him. But not just that. I'm gonna bring y'all a show tomorrow. I don't want to put it out there because motherfucker, they like to steal your ideas and shit. Or they might like, oh, that's a good idea, jump on it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? But sometimes I like to be the one to roll out the red carpet. I don't want people rolling out the red carpet on my idea, just like I wouldn't do them that way. But I would, I'll let they do their shit and I'll feed off of it. He made good points and I agree with him. You know what I mean? But we're going to do a show tomorrow. And it's going to be another aspect of this whole Clint Kubiak thing that some people ain't really had a perspective of, but it's going to play a major part in if we do hire him as head coach. So we're going to do that show tomorrow. I'll pop up on y'all tomorrow and let y'all know. But yeah, man, we get one more interview Saturday, and supposedly it's Tom Brady conducting this interview, which I don't mind. You got an offensive quarterback, former quarterback Brady, that can sit there and pick the mind of Clint Kubiak and just go more in depth. But you know what I'm saying? When he announced the game this last weekend, he did the Seattle game. Guess what? They get to do the interviews of those teams for the game. So now he can get to do an interview of him as a coach with us. And I'm pretty sure that Kubiak is entertaining it because why? Like I said, why would you take a second interview with a company you don't have no intention of being with? Why? Not a second. First one, you just want to hear what they gotta say. If the first time they intrigue you, like, you know what, it sounds good. Well, we'll be at you. We'll let you know if we inquire another interview with you, and we'll let your agent know. Okay, do that. Please do that. Rather than, you know what, I think I'm going to pass because we've seen people, how many coaching candidates pass on certain situations already. I'm good. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we'll move it on. The Buffalo Bills never, ever interviewed Kubiak, so we knew that wasn't going to be an issue. They couldn't do a second without a first. You know what I mean? So Adam Schefter, like I said, I think he had a little slippage in the old cranium of names that were supposed to be involved in the interest of both the Bills and the Raiders, but we already know that there was interest already because we're as a nation, we study our team. We hear what's going on with our team. We look for blogs, news, any information we can get to really understand which direction are we going. Is there truly interest between both parties? We do all that shit. Adam Schefter is not a Raider fan. That's not his intention. His intention is to cover all 32 teams. And like I say, you can only give one thing 100%. Now, if you're covering 32 teams, guess what? You can't give 100%. You're spread thin. So you're only getting information here, and trying to digest and retain all that memory-wise. And I think he just slipped the name Kubiak because we knew we interviewed Kubiak already. Why was his name not mentioned? I can understand not being mentioned with the Bills, but why was he not mentioned with us when we interviewed him? Duh. But anyway, I don't work for ESPN. I'm an independent media perspective. So let's get my perspective. Shout out to everybody, man. Let me make sure I got. Oh, we got who else we got up in the building? Raider Paul in the building, man. Salute to you. Oh, so now look, now Pete Carroll acting all bougie.
There you go.
Shout out to everybody, man. We making our moves, man. We making our move. Let me see. I think I got everybody, man. So yeah, man. Like I said, it's not gonna be a long show because we tiptoeing, waiting. We just want to hit, but you can't hire. Raiders can't hire Kubiak anyway. Second interview Saturday. After next Sunday, after the Super Bowl, now that's when we gotta, as the nation, we gotta sit there and be like, okay, let's see exactly what's cracking. You feel me? Let's see exactly what's cracking with the nation. Are we truly going to get Kubiak as our head coach? And then what's going to fall in line after him? We know right now from what I heard, Patrick Graham is set to sign as defensive coordinator with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's not a thing that we're going to go revisit as a DC here. So there's going to be a new DC coming. Who? Hey, we gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna go in depth on some things. I'm gonna bring things to the forefront for y'all to think about that a lot of times we don't, but it's gonna be a lot of interesting pieces moving around. If Clint Kubiak does verbally agree to be head coach, but I'm not settled with a verbal. You know what I mean? Clint Kingsbury gave us a verbal of being OC. You see what happened there? Before he signed the dotted line, he said, deuces, I'm out. And he went to Washington, which was a short-lived, 2 years? You know what I mean? A short-lived 2 years. He went to Washington and he told them, I think I'm going to go on about my business. And I haven't heard Cliff Kingsbury named as a candidate as a head coach anywhere either. So that's kind of interesting. So you figure the only thing out there would be an OC. Now, if Kubiak gets the job, and I know Kubiak calls the plays, I don't think Kingsbury would be on his short list of candidates to come in as OC for the Raiders. Now, Webb is a different story. Webb was at Texas Tech when Kingsbury was there, when Mahomes and all. He was there as a quarterback. So there is a familiarity with that. There is a connection. But it's kind of hard for the teacher to work for the student. But then again, it is what it is. If you want your opportunity to get back, you know what I mean, and work your way as a head coach, then come here. We done worked together before, me as the student, you as the teacher. We're going to flip it. But I know what kind of offense I want to run here. I can deal with the quarterback if he's a rookie. We're similar in age. I'm like his older brother. One's 30, the other one's 23. 7 years difference. See, me and my younger brother had a 9-year and 8-month difference. So you know what I mean? It's like big brother and little brother. It ain't father and son. Like if you had Pete Carroll as your head coach, that's like a father. Shit, that's like a great grandfather. That's like a great grandfather role model. You feel me? Hey, great grandpops. You know what I mean? You got these 22-year-olds coming out of college. You got old 73. Damn, Pete Carroll was like 50 years older than rookies. Ain't that a bitch? Your head coach was 50 years older than the rookies. Damn, that'll be a hellified situation to try to get these guys to correlate and be on the same page. Wait, all you hear old dudes say what they always say? Well, you know, back in my time, did y'all have time? Did y'all have sundials? They be like, Tick, ain't you? No, I'm not Pete Carroll age, god dang it. But yeah, man, it's gonna be very interesting, man. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we all get good news on the move the Raiders make at head coach, man. But we rocking and rolling, baby. We rocking and rolling. We ready. We ready. We got ammo. Hey, we got bullets in the clip, boy. We got the first overall pick. Look like we're gonna finally get our franchise quarterback. You know what I mean? That really gives a damn about playing the position. We got 10 draft picks to address holes on this team. And we also got almost $120 million in cap space. I think they said if they release, well, they can do it two ways, but you might as well get rid of them now. You don't want to spread it over 2 years. So if you get rid of Geno Smith, that saves you $8 million. So that adds $8 million more to your cap, which is pushing that number close to 120. Let me see. I want to know exactly. Like I said, I never would give you guys false information. I got to give y'all the right shit. What is the Raiders' cap space for the 2026 free agency?
The Raiders are expected to have a lot of financial flexibility for the 2026 free agency, with a projected cap space of roughly $88 to $110 million. This is due to substantial projected space, even with 27 pending free agents.
Oh, so we got 27 free agents, but a lot of these guys, we're gonna with 10 draft picks. That means 10 new bodies. Free agency, they said between 88 and 110 million, and you know they can work those numbers to be a little bit more. They can work those numbers to be a little bit more right now. But you know what I mean? You don't want to get too greedy. You don't want to spin up your whole cap space. You're going to need space for what happens if there's during the season a trade ability that opens up, and you got to absorb that contract if you're giving up draft picks for a player from another team. You got to have that money. Free agents off the streets or somebody gets cut, you claim them off waivers. Bam, you got to absorb that contract. So there's a lot of things that have to be calculated into your cap space, not just free agency, but also if other things happen, such as trades, claiming somebody off waivers, somebody goes down with injury and you go out there and find you someone to sign, claiming somebody off of another team's practice squad, even though that's not a lot of money. But the big money is if there's a big trade available and you need, give it here. You know what I mean? Like if you see Mendoza is an offensive guard or a wide receiver or a second running back, which I expect us to go in the draft and get a running mate with Genty, just to balance that out, because we were lopsided last year. We were lopsided. Mostert, what happened? White, what happened? You know what I mean? We need somebody that's consistent like Genty, but I'd rather have a bigger back because he can serve a better purpose than what Genty can. I love a 220, 230 pound back, which they got him out there. There's running backs out there that's big in stature, that, you know, good goal line and 4th and 1. You don't always have to do a tush push like Philadelphia. You get you a big ass back, like for instance, look what the luxury Baltimore Ravens have with Henry. You know what I mean? That's a big back that 4th and 1, we don't have to tush push. Give it to him. We open up the line for him to get through and get the first down. So I would love to have a big back and let Genty be our smaller, quicker back. Thunder and Lightning, like how they used to. Remember when they had who was it that Tennessee had? Lindell White, and what was the little fast dude? God dang it. Chad, help me out. Who was the little fast dude Tennessee had when they teamed up Lindell White and the other running back? And that was a Thunder and Lightning. And you remember we had Tyrone Wheatley and what's his name? Same shit. Tyrone Wheatley was a big ass back, boy. Pause, for real. Let me see. Thomas Taylor in the building, man. Salute to you. Let me see who else is in the building, man. I got all y'all up in here, man. We're gonna get up out of here, man. But tomorrow's show, we gonna touch on some things for real. Not nothing that's gonna give you a SA charge. We gonna touch on some shit like subject matter. You feel me? Oh my goodness. Hey, it's good to see all y'all here, man. With Chris in the building, man. What? Did I miss him? Hold on, man. Let me go back. I don't leave nobody behind. SoCal Sound in the building, man. Salute to you. Raider Fool Chris, man. My dude, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well, man. Yeah, man. There's a lot of things going down, man, and it's going down quickly. We're supposed to be getting the second interview with Adam Schefter. He's a Donkey fan. He's just mad because what he say? And you know what I noticed? That's a good point. Have you noticed a lot of people is telling us, oh, they should trade the pick. They got too many holes to deal with just to deal with Mendoza. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't say that. You didn't say that shit about Tennessee? Cam Ward? You didn't say that shit? And we knew that situation. It's always us. You know what? We don't care about your opinion. We don't care what you think, because you always giving us information that will make us do the wrong shit. You know what I mean? Here we got a bomb-ass offensive line with no quarterback. The fuck? What's the opposite? What's the other side of the coin on that shit? Well, you got to get your offensive line right before you get a quarterback. Okay, and then we spent that pick when it was right there for you to get your quarterback. You decide to skip it. Down next year, we don't get the fucking top pick, and now we have the 8th best quarterback in the draft? Get the fuck out of here. Raiders, do what you're doing. Mendoza's your dude at number 1, grab him. Don't second guess it. Don't sit there and think too long. What they say, study long, study wrong. Don't study long. If that's your dude and you feel that he can come in here under the right tutelage and be developed into a great quarterback, he don't have to be elite. Just be great. Great enough to win games. Shit, they gave up on Plunkett. He got 2 rings. What your quarterback can say. You feel me? So that's what I would advise them for real. James Farpo in the building, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm out of town. Hey, there you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go. I'm not Bueno in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. Yes, we up in here, man. For real. Salute to you. My 2 cents in the building. Damn, man, I was behind. I be chopping it up with y'all. I be chopping it up with y'all like y'all the homies, and we, talking about different shit. That's why I love this shit, man. Justin Brown in the building. Let's see. I can't wait for free agency. That will tell us exact. Man, I 100% agree with you. I'm glad. Remember when the draft was before free agency? Now you can do it the other way too, but I think it's more important for you to set up your draft rather than to set up your free agency. You know what I mean? So when they swapped it and they made free agency before the draft, so they moved it to March and kept the draft in April. That's beautiful because your free agency can dictate to you, okay, we're set up this way. This is what we need out the draft now. This is our foundational pieces that we need. Your free agency is going to plug holes. That's not foundation. You didn't build the team with them. You added them to what you needed. But your foundation for 4 to 5 years, that's your draft. So I'm glad they set it up the way they did because free agency is going to tell us a whole lot. Because if we don't get this position and that position and that position, then we know the draft is where we're going to go get them at. And I bet my bottom dollar that majority of those positions we don't address in free agency is due to the fact that those positions are deepest in the draft. Linebacker, defensive tackle. If we see those not touched, unless it's just it's like somebody you can't pass up. You know what I mean? It might be a DT that's out there in free agency like, if we can get them, get them. Or a linebacker, if we can get them, get them. That kind of thing. But our free agency is going to show us. It's pretty much going to give us a roadmap and a blueprint of, okay, so what they're going to be focusing on in the draft. We can pretty much guess. If you don't get a number 1 wide receiver in free agency, guess what? Most likely going to be in the draft. And it's not just drafting players in the draft, using draft picks to trade for players from other teams is a key factor too. That's ammunition to go out there like, well, shit, you got this guy on the market. We can get him with this draft pick, and he way better than than this guy is already coming out of college. We're just hoping this guy in college, we draft him and he develops. Doesn't mean he's going to. You're hoping. Every prospect coming out of college, you're drafting them on perspective of them developing into something good. But when you got somebody that's already on a team that another team is going to move on from, like for instance, you can see people moving from what teams out there would you say? Teams like Atlanta that ain't there yet. Now you got a new head coach coming in, maybe with a new philosophy. Some players might not fit what you're trying to do. So they're going to either be cut or be on the trade block because you don't want to cut them because the contract hit is going to hit you. So that's another way of doing it. That team, Cleveland is another one. Even though Cleveland ain't the greatest, they got players on that team that is good though. You know what I mean? Who's going to be available? Buffalo Bills. We know the coach going in there right now got to win right now. I think that's a stressful situation to go to the Buffalo Bills knowing anything less than a Super Bowl ain't good enough. We fired McDermott for a reason. Anything less than a Super Bowl in Baltimore ain't good enough. You know what I mean? Anything, and then I give Pittsburgh a little leeway. Anything less than the playoffs in Pittsburgh is not suitable. Even though they didn't fire their coach said, you know what? Deuces, I need a break. 19 years, need a break. So it's a lot of stressful situation. Raiders, I think they're gonna this time around. They're gonna if they get a young head coach. The whole idea is give him time. Let's build this roster up, get what he needs, and then we worry about it in 2 to 3 years. Because right now we see a quick turnaround happening in the NFL. It was a quick turnaround with Chicago, quick turnaround with New England. You know what I mean? Quick turnarounds. So it can happen if you get the right alignment of player, personnel, and that's it. And coaching. Player, personnel, and coaching. You get the right alignment, the right combination of those guys that fit what we're trying to do. Overnight, it can happen overnight. And like I said, I don't believe this team is too far away, because when you look at our offense, the only thing you can really say, you keep saying offensive line. It's pretty much not the whole offensive line. Probably 2 spots. Colton Miller, you know what you got. JPJ, you know what you got. You know what I mean? You see the promise in Charles Grant, Carlos Rogers. You see Caleb Rogers. I mean, Carlos Rogers, basketball player, my bad. Caleb Rogers. You see the development in those guys and the potential they have. Glaze, does he have another level of improvement? That's what training camp is for. But you go out there and you go in free agency and you get a Lindenbaum or somebody else on the offensive line, 2 assignments in free agency, instantly fixes your line. Instantly fixes your line before the draft even comes. That's why I said a lot of people say we're far away. We need a number 1 receiver. You can draft one. If you go quarterback, number 1 pick, number 2 pick in the second pick you have in the draft in the second round, number 1 wide receiver. Connect him with somebody from Indiana or somebody better. Or better yet, somebody got somebody on the trading block that you trading him? You never know. You never know. So it's all a game that we play, man. It's called the waiting game, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you one more time before we up out of here. Damn, my fucking shit just
I'm out of town. There you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Let me see. Jesse Cardenas is in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. SoCal South, Alec M is in the building. Shout out to all y'all, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming. Once again, if you're here for the first time, please subscribe, like, and share the channel. We're here pretty much Monday through Thursday. 4 days a week with extra activities, possibility on the weekend. Stay tuned, hit that notification bell, because we got other shows too on Friday and Saturday nights. Also, if you're into outside of football and just hip-hop news and just life in general, Paper Hound TV, that's my other channel. We get that cracking on Saturday nights as well. So, hey, thank y'all for pulling up, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a beautiful Wednesday hump day. Don't get nothing on your leg, man, because I'm telling you, you're going to need some dudes to wipe it off. They're like, y'all ain't up on dudes? Do y'all ever get the ass wipes, dudes? It's like a baby wipe for adults. Boy, y'all better get some dudes, boy. I'm telling y'all, my ass been smiling all fucking year because I've been using dudes, man. You know what? I need to get me a sponsorship from dudes. Hi, I'm Lunatic Raider. And when you take a shit and you want your ass wiped clean, dudes. That's right, dudes. Not just for guys, but for girls too. Dudes. Hey, I need a sponsorship, dude. I'll give y'all a jingle. Dr. Pepper. It's so nice. No, let me quit. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Be safe. And I'll see y'all here tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, man. It's the Lunatic Raider Show. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. I'm Lunatic Raider, man, and I'm out this. B-I-H. Ha-ha.